Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings, friends and family. I am getting on here. Why? Because I have something to share. Um, and I usually don't speak. I'm actually much better at writing for those of you who know me and especially know me of late. But I just want to talk to us all just briefly about the importance of recording our family histories. So those of you who are close to me know that one of the blessings of the quarantine time has been getting onto this ancestry website, and just with the family history, pardon me, that I knew, and some obituaries and stories and news articles that I found, just starting to piece together the family history. That effort was boosted by someone doing a DNA and I guess when you get on the ancestry, they'll show you folks who match or are close to you. So we were contacted by a relative in Maryland who said, listen, y'all witches are related to us. So I took on the task, I guess, of being the team leader, of getting this Witcher family tree together. And today we had such a wonderful breakthrough. I cannot wait until Sunday to get with my people on the Zoom and just to share how far we've reached back. I'm just going to show you guys a little bit. All right, so those of you who know those witches from Sherman Avenue, some of these faces are familiar, right? I don't even show myself on here, but that's where we started. And we were sort of stuck at 1888 and at 1894. Students of history, why would we have been stuck at 1888 and 1894? You all know the answers, right? So, the answer would be we were stuck because the records weren't kept. The records on us were not kept. And then there is also holes in the census information. So we're a part of a group that's called Our Family Rocks. And this tree that they have is 60,000 people. Imagine that, 60,000 Black folks connected on a family tree. So in this group, we're meeting more people. And today I just sent a message out like, listen, if anybody knows the Witchers, the Staffords, the Griffiths, the folks from Athens, Georgia, holla at your girl. And guess what I found? Alhamdulillah. We have a cousin who was able to trace back, look at this, subhanAllah, 1753, 1783, 1750, 1760. You know what I'm talking about. Where are our reparations? But anyhow, it's just very important, I think, for those of us, in the time of COVID, if you have your parents, if you have your aunties and your uncles, if you have, the obituaries, if you have awards programs, if you have newspaper articles, it's time to just get this stuff out and leave the history, right? Because our stories are just as important as Michelle Obama's story or anyone else's story. Your family story is just as important. And I guess I want to go just a little bit deeper. So Kalenah's mind always has said to her that, listen, I'm descended from some folks who came here as Muslims. That's what my mind has always said. Like my forefathers and foremothers, when they were brought over to the Americas, they had already, accepted the hawk. Because that's just how the religion feels for me. So, You know, some of you, you know, if we watched Roots, right? When Alex Haley made his way back, what did he find? He found his Muslim folks, right? So I'm looking at the family member's tree, and look at its name here. 1857, Isham. Isham in 1857, alhamdulillah. So this is going to be, you know, a wonderful adventure, and maybe I will write about it, right? It may be as fun as dissertation. But really, for those of us who have the opportunity, just sit down and write and record as much as you can and tell the stories and share the history with your children, your nieces, so on and so forth. If you had a photo albums, if you have those old thick Bibles, do you guys remember that gigantic, thick, leather-bound Bible that might have been in your grandmother's house? If you had that Bible where they wrote in all the people's names and things like that, that's an artifact, and you want to secure it. If you have that in the house, pull it out of the box, pull it out of the attic, and put it in that daggone fireproof safe where we keep our guns and other goodies, right? Because that's how valuable it is. You know, if we ever did get a time to get some reparations, that's the evidence, hey, that we were here. Look at these folks. So we had gotten back, my beautiful cousin Sahara had gotten back to Emmeline, right? So now we know who Emmeline's husband was, and we know Mary, and we know Rance, and we know Lucinda, and we have so many Lucys in our tree, and Amos and Lolly and some other folks. You know, it's just a blessing. It's just a blessing. I want to end by saying this. Not only is it important for us to go back and do the history on the folks that came before us, but it's important for us, you know, despite whatever it is that we're going through, to make efforts to honor, right, the womb that bore us, to honor the family ties, that we acknowledge one another. We don't, you know, we may not get along. That might not be your dinner partner. You might not want to live with folks, but we just need to have the young people know each other. All that foolishness, so-and-so, maybe he was the father or not the father, those times are over. You know, the little test, the little DNA test, you go over there to the LabCorp, I believe it's like $250. You jokers wear $250 belts. Let's do the knowledge. Let's honor ourselves and honor each other, because, you know, strong families will make strong communities. And we certainly, you know, we need one another. And with that, you know, I'm going. Prayers, right? First, you know, thanks, gratitude to the Creator for giving us this opportunity to unite the families. Imagine these folks in the 1800s dispersed by whatever means, you know, if somebody had to leave, or the plantation because they were being chased, or somebody was a sharecropper somewhere and white girls was looking at them the wrong way and they got ran out of town, all of those things. For all these years later, for us to find each other, that is such a mercy. That is such a mercy. And I know that I am full because I feel them. I feel them. And that said, family, I pray that you enjoy the rest of this evening, that you enjoy the weekend, and just enjoy each day more and more. Spread love. Spread love and not fitna or trials for each other. All right. Assalamu alaikum.